Have you ever been on a skateboard? I tried it the other day and about killed myself. But today we're going to talk to someone who has a big goal of going across the U.S. on his longboard. So stay tuned. Hey Matthew.
Hey Colleen.
Good to see you.
Good to see you
So this
too.
is Matthew Cooper, and he is an LDP longboarder. What does that mean, Matthew?
It's long distance pushing or long distance pumping, longboarding. There's a whole community of us that just go around and see how far we can go for the distance. Some of us travel, anywhere from 30 to 60 to 100 miles in a day.
Wow, that is a workout.
Yes, it is.
So now you have a big plan to go across the U.S. coast to coast.
Yes.
Tell us
I
about
do.
that.
I originally started getting into first longboarding, and then I found out that Jack Smith, back in 1973, went and crossed the United States on a longboard.
We're going to actually talk to Jack Smith in a little bit.
And from there, I don't know, it kind of inspired me to see how far I could really go. So I actually got in contact with him and got some of the maps and routes and was able to put together a plan for myself to cross from the West Coast to the East Coast this upcoming spring.
Cool.
And as I go, something I want to do to give back to the communities, as I've lived all over the United States, and is clean up the communities and the trash along the shorelines and things like that. I mean, you'd be surprised how much trash there is, and it takes only a couple hours out of the day, or just cleaning up after yourselves to take care of this world. We all live here, so.
Cool. So what city are you going to start from, and where are you going to end?
I am thinking about starting maybe either Washington or California, and then ending in either Massachusetts or Rhode Island.
How many people have done this?
I believe there's 9 people total that have done this. So.
Okay, you would make 10.
Yep.
That'd be awesome.
That is the goal.
And then you also want to raise awareness for suicide prevention. Tell us about that.
Something that I found as I picked up long distance longboarding about 2.5 years ago is going out every day. Started off, half a mile, 2 miles, 5 miles. And I just kept going till it was 10, till the point I did 100 miles in a day.
Oh my goodness.
In doing that, something that's happened for me that I haven't had since I was 6 years old is clearness of my mind. I've overcome depression, overcome suicide thoughts. Like, I've connected with the world around me. My health has improved. My eating habits have improved, everything. And it's all thanks to doing longboarding and taking that time to just connect with the world around you instead of just passing it by, being a viewer.
Yeah, that's wonderful, Matthew. That's an inspiration. Thank you.
you.
So what is this event coming up that you want to try to break a world record?
It is the Miami Ultra Skate, and takes place in Miami, Florida.
Okay.
They rent out the racetrack there, and all the LDP community from all over the United States gets together, and we skate for 24 hours and see as far as you can go. Right now, I believe Andreas, forgive me if I say your last name wrong, has the world record of 313 miles.
313, okay.
In 24 hours, and my goal is
goodness.
to break that record.
Hello, Colleen.
Good to talk to you.
Thanks.
So you were the first person to cross the U.S. coast to coast on a skateboard?
Right. It was actually 3 of us. It was a 3-person team. It was myself, Jeff French, and Mike Philbin.
Fantastic.
In 1976.
1976. Where did you start from, and what was your route?
We started in Lebanon, Oregon, and we finished in Williamsburg, Virginia.
How long did it take you?
Took us 32 days. We did is what was called a leapfrog relay, where one person would start skating in the morning, our support vehicle would drive out 3 miles in front and stop. Another skater would, let's call it skater B, would get out and start skating. The car would wait for the first skater. When he got there, he would jump in the car. The support vehicle would drive 3 miles ahead, passing the second skater. It would then park. The skater C would get out and take off, and then the car would wait for the other guy to catch up. So you do, 35, each skater would do 35 to 50 miles a day. But by doing it as a relay like that, we could cover 100 to almost 150 miles a day. And people always ask, on those short boards that didn't have that great of urethane wheels, how could you do that? Well, we were all 19 years old and we didn't know any better.
So now I think maybe 9 or so other skaters have followed your same route or crossed.
Yeah, I've done it. The first group I did was 76, did it again in 84 with a 4-person team, did it again in 2003 with a 4-person team, and then did it one more time in 2013 pushing with a 5-person team. And then just a couple summers ago, I finally did it solo, but not on a conventional skateboard. I used an electric skateboard.
How active are you currently in the skating world?
Still fairly active. For the last 8 years, I ran a skateboard museum in Morro Bay. We just closed that in May. Somewhat COVID related, but really more just I wanted to retire and do my wife and I do some traveling. But I still skate a couple times a week, either on a regular longboard or an electric board.
We talked with Matthew Cooper earlier today, and he wants to follow your route and
Right.
Across the country. And I know he's talked with you. So what piece of advice would you give him or someone else that's attempting to do this?
Train well, get a lot of miles in, get used to riding for many hours alongside a road on a shoulder, or sometimes there is no shoulder and you're just riding on the side, the very far right-hand side of the lane, because it's after a while, it gets very unnerving to have cars and semis going by you for 7-8 hours a day. But you do get to the point where you can almost tell something's wrong behind you or something's not quite right just by the sound. And the thing I told Matthew too is don't try to be a hero. If you're in an unsafe situation, if there's not enough shoulder, there's just too much traffic, pick up your board and walk. It's not worth it.
That sounds like safe advice to me.
Yeah.
It's great to talk to you. That's quite an accomplishment. You were 19 the first time you did it.
Right. And 61 when I did it on the electric board.
Fantastic. Way to go.
When I first started skating, seriously, when I was 17, and people would say to me, aren't you too old to be doing this when I was 17? Because skateboarding was still considered a kid's thing. And I jokingly used to tell them, oh, I'm still going to be doing this when I'm 40, and, just to get them to shut up. And because I truly didn't know if I would be skating at 40 or not, but, now I'm 63, 40 is a long way in the rearview mirror. I'm still skating and still enjoying it.
Well, thank you, Jack.
You're welcome.
Really enjoyed talking to you.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm not sure about this, but I'm gonna give it a go. Here we go. All right, you gotta help me on the skateboard.
All right, I got you.
All right.
Okay, move your back foot a little bit further back. All right, there you
Woo!
go.
Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Woohoo! Woohoo!